With us now is attorney Misty Marris. We are watching this happen live, where the mother of Ethan Crumbley has dissolved into sobs as she's listening to what her son did to someone else and all of the bullet wounds. Does this kind of emotion have an impact on the jury and how they both feel about her and their ultimate decision, or is it really based on the evidence that's coming out of this trial?
Look, the jury is always super aware of everything going on in the courtroom, especially the person who is on trial, the person who is in that defendant's seat. So certainly this is having an impact. And looking at it in context of everything that came out this week, yesterday, testimony from one of the investigators who interrogated Jennifer Crumbley after this occurred and after they had been on the run, said that she was very detached, very callous. So I think it's probably something the jury is paying attention to, this incredible emotional response, and contrasting that with some of the evidence that they heard yesterday relating to the immediate aftermath of this case.
And we saw a little bit of video of that, them going in saying, I love you, I love you, I love you, Ethan, the father, and then them coming out. So the jury's going to see all sides of this. And jurors are very keen to know that someone's being authentic and that sort of thing. But watching this, it's hard to watch because you know what happened. I do want to ask you about some of the evidence. There was another text message that came out in court from Jennifer Crumbley. She texted, I failed as a parent, to a man she was having an affair with. How did this come out in court, and how will each side kind of use this?
This is actually really interesting because she did have an affair, and all of the evidence relating to that affair was initially precluded. There were pretrial motions which said the affair was not going to come in. The prosecution had argued it relates to their entire theme of the case, which is this is a woman who was detached from her kid. She was more concerned about her own life. The judge had ruled it inadmissible. Yesterday, her defense attorney said, we want to go the full breadth of questioning with this witness, including these text messages, opening up the door to anything relating to the affair and more. But these text messages, they relate to her feelings right after. We already talked about another message where she says, Ethan, don't do it. So all of this is being put together. And Sarah, I think this is the reason why the defense committed her to taking the stand, because there has to be some context and she has to explain them. Now that cross-examination, that's going to watch, and you know, quite frankly, it's going to be very brutal, and it will be interesting to see what comes out and how she explains those text messages in context, because they do not look good right now.
They do not look good, and it's actually very interesting to hear that the defense is the one that brought it up because it wasn't admissible. But when the defense brings it up, it's open, fair game for everything.
Opens it up,
They can go down that rabbit hole as far as they want. The prosecution can. Misty Marris, it's always lovely to see you.
Thank you, Sarah.
All right.